At the beautiful Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, Florida for the annual league meetings, sitting down next to head coach Vance Joseph. Vance, it's your second time being here. How's your comfort level changed going through things the second time?
Well, obviously, having that year of experience always is a good thing. The more you do certain things, the better you get at it. The more relaxed you are doing those things. So absolutely, it's a great event to kind of come down and see your peers and kind of learn about the new rule proposals and those things. And obviously last year it wasn't what we wanted, but it's a new year. No one's going to look back. We're looking forward. We made some great moves in the offseason as far as making our team better. We acquired a quarterback. That was a big deal for us. So, we're excited about the future, and we're looking forward only.
You mentioned it, the big free agency move, bringing in Case Keenum. What kind of impact will it make having some experience at that quarterback position?
Well, it's huge. Obviously the quarterback play is a direct reflection of wins and losses. So to have a guy who's had a great year and to have a guy that's played and survived the league, he's going to get better and better each year. I mean, his press conference, what I took from that was, in his mind, he's going to get better. And that's what happens with guys who can play and survive and finally have a chance to be the guy in the breakthrough and have a winning year. He's going to get better for us.
He showed a lot of poise up there at that podium, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, he's a guy that's been through a lot of ups and downs. So that wasn't going to be a moment where he was going to, break apart. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's won a lot of football games when he was the guy. But I'm excited for Case because this is the first time he's going to walk into OTAs and actually be the guy. It's his football team. I think he wants that. He's out to prove the world again that he can do this. So I'm excited to have Case, as our quarterback and for our locker room.
You brought in a couple of other guys last week, Clinton McDonald and Jared Valdier, a couple captains from their old teams. What do they bring to the team?
Well, they bring guys, obviously good football players, but both of those guys are going to bring great leadership, to our football team. I think, John understands that we have to add, more experienced guys who's going to do it the right way. The best teams win, so we're trying to build a football team that we can compete with every Sunday, but also have guys that can help lead us. That was a void this year that we had in our locker room. I think adding those three guys especially is going to help our locker room move along.
We're about a month away from the draft here. 9 picks in the first 5 rounds. Absolutely. Where are you in the process right now?
Well, obviously it's still the research part of the process. The draft's weeks away, but we're excited, to have a chance to have that many picks in the first 100 picks. But, outside of that, to pick top 5 in the first 3 rounds, that's where you take impact players. So that's our goal, to obviously draft impact players to help our football team now. We don't want to be picking in the top 5 again, so for this football team to be picking in the top 5 this year, we have to hit home runs, in my opinion, because again, this is the last time we're going to be here, in the top 5. So, obviously, we're researching. It's a lot of good players out there, and we want to find, obviously the best fit for our football team. But we want guys who can help us right away.
I was going to mention, do you try and fill a need with that top 5 pick, or are you best available?
Well, I think the draft, it's about both. You want to take the best player that fits your need if there is a need. But if not, you take the best player. But I think both goes into that, as far as need versus best player. It's a combination of both, when you're doing it right.
We're here at the annual league meetings. A lot of talk about the new catch rule. Sure. What did you want to see get changed there?
Well, the catch rule, I think, we all want this clarity, I thought the rule that we had in place, it was a rule that, if you watch the play, you can say, boy, that's not a catch, because of the rule, not because of the eye test, So I think we want more clarity. We want to add more common sense to the rule. And that's going to make it a better game for the fans and for the players and for the coaches. All we want is clarity and common sense when it comes to the rules. Obviously, the officials have a tough job because it's a fast-moving game with lots of rules. So we want to clarify the rules for the officials and for the coaches and for the fans to make the game better. That's all.
If it looks like a catch in the backyard, it should be a catch out on the field, right?
We want clarity. We want common sense added to it.
the career development seminar, that's something that you went through, and then in the past, and then this year, Matt Russell, Joe Woods, and Curtis Motkins all invited to take part in that. How much of a help is that to career development?
Well, I think it's huge. Our league's done a great job of putting on symposiums and hand-picking guys. They want to push forward into advancement. So I think it's a great deal for our guys to have a chance to come down and to mingle with other head coaches, other GMs, former head coaches, to kind of give them advice on how to advance their career. Everyone, in this league, wants to advance. That's why we do it. It's all about competition. It's about making your life better and making your family's life better. So, to have Joe and Curtis and Matt Russell have a chance to be a part of this was huge, for those three guys, because they're all three guys and they're all worthy.
A lot of owners walking around here too. Of course, we're missing Broncos owner Pat Bowlen. You've been in Denver now for a year. Can you talk about his winning culture that he's developed there?
Well, I'll tell you what, obviously, last year wasn't as good as we wanted to be, but I mean, he has developed a football club that's the standard. When you think of the Denver Broncos, you think of a winning organization, and that comes from Mr. B. I mean, his legacy is still walk through that building every day, and we want to make him proud. So we're pushing to make our football team better, so we can carry on the winning tradition. And we want to add players and make our players understand that it's a long line of guys that sacrifice, to make this program what it is. So it's our job to keep pushing it forward, in a positive mindset. So, that's my job, and that's John's job every day, to keep that going in Denver, because it's been so good for us.
Time to get him in the Hall of Fame, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, no doubt about it.
This is the year. All right, thanks, Coach. I appreciate your time.
Good seeing you guys. Thank you.